Nice.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your patience waiting for us to get started today. Of course, as you can see on your screen, we are in the December 2016 finals of the red variety, and we've already got our first game going, which is going to be Alpha against Panic. Joining me today is Jesper Benvarman Kunz. Did I get that all right?
Yes, you did. Thank you for that introduction, Veska Biscuit. I am so happy to be here. I have waited a little while to get going for the stream, but I haven't casted in quite a while, and I'm really happy to be back here, especially because I'm casting with none other than the Veska Biscuit.
Well, we've set for some very exciting semi-finals. We've got 4 teams playing playing this particular tournament, so we're going to be going straight into the action. Let's make sure that we catch as much of that as possible, as both teams are going to connect. Panic on the red, Alpha Squad on the blue. Panic have been an incredibly dominant team so far in our tournaments, but we'll see if Alpha Squad can pull out the upset.
Yes, they definitely have. I mean, Panic, they have been the grand finalists in a lot of monthly finals where they have most of the time won against Score Gaming, but now they are against Alpha, and perhaps you will see an upset coming in. After all, Alpha, they have to take down the number 2 seeded, but, well, stuff can happen, and I have seen crazier things.
Well, Urz has already shown what they're made of, as 4 kills come in very quickly for Panic. Urz bringing 3 of them themselves, they already showing themselves as a big carry for Panic. We'll see what happens though, if maybe Alpha Squad can find their feet, but so far they've yet to even get on the board.
Yes, they have, and they have to stop Urz. He's already coming out very huge, having picked up 4 kills for his team and only dying 1 time. Urz is really coming out very huge for his team here. And if you want to have a chance of stopping Panic, stopping this dominating team, then you have to stop them right here and right now.
Well, it doesn't. At least for Alpha Squad, they have managed to get themselves some number of kills, but it's very rapidly heading out of control. The 12 kills already for Panic. 13 looking very dominant, being able to run right over. Shivam does manage to get the revenge kill onto Urz, who is probably the best target for them, but still they've got an enormous amount of ground to make up in a hurry. And of course, the power-ups coming in favour of Panic, meaning it's just going to be that much easier for them to extend their lead.
And now we see how they are just extending the lead, as you were talking about. They have 18 kills to 5 kills right now over Alpha. And it's all just a testament to how good Panic is as a team. That's why they are the 2nd seeded team going into this tournament.
Well, it's looking so far out of control for Alpha Squad, who've only got 7 kills to their names. But maybe, just maybe, they can find something. I mean, it's a huge mountain to come out. I mean, really good positioning from Urz, making sure they can get the flanking, getting those extra kills in, without even Alpha Squad being aware that they're there. 11 kills on Urz so far. Still a massive player for their team.
And something that is also really smart from the side of Panic is the fact that they are spreading out on the map, but they're still sticking very close to each other. That way you can protect your back and you can protect your teammate as well. But you can still get those kills because you cover such a large area. And, well, kills are certainly something that they're getting because they are nearly 30 kills ahead of Alpha.
Well, LOL did manage to secure another kill, but that's a 30 kill deficit against Alpha Squad right now. They are really struggling. As you said, very good coherence from Panic, who are just managing to double and triple team each member of Alpha Squad. Finally managed to run into maybe a few more Alpha Squad members than they can deal with, but each time these one-on-one engagements happen, Panic are coming out way ahead.
And with Panic, being so good, they only need 1 kill now to finish the game. And they have the recon aircraft. They use that all throughout the game in order to know where the hostiles were, so that they could kill them very fast. And then, well, you also had the auto turret, which covered even more ground. So you just saw how good Alpha were right there in that game, because they definitely were very dominating And well, I guess that's what you can expect from the second seeded team going up against the 8th seeded team. But perhaps we can see Alpha making a comeback in the next game. After all, stuff can happen, and it is Modern Combat 5, which is a very fast paced game.
Yep, we've still the more or less what I think people expected coming into that game. Panic taking the first game very, very comfortably. We'll see what happens as we move into the second game. We'll take a quick break while we get that sorted out, but we should be back with you guys very, very shortly. Alright guys, welcome back to the second game of Alpha Squad against Panic. Panic dominated in the first round, but we'll see if Alpha can somehow manage to pull it back to take out the favourites of the tournament.
Yes, we will have to see that. Panic coming out with a huge game over Alpha. They got around a 30 kill lead, which helped them win in a very dominating fashion, something that I'm sure Alpha did not want to happen and didn't really foresee. So perhaps they have used this pause that we just had to talk about what went wrong in that game, talk about what they now have to do in order to try and win against Panic. Because after all, beating Panic or just winning one game would be a huge feat for them. But we have to see a convincing game coming out from Alpha, because still it is Panic the clear favorites.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. Urs started out the last game very, very strongly, getting multiple kills by themselves, ended it very much the same way. We're going to need to see Alpha manage to somehow keep a lid on that power of the Urs, along with Phoenix, securing an enormous amount of kills in the rest of the game. The rest of the Panic team members, well, you know, with respectable score lines, but it's really Urs and Phoenix that did a huge amount of work in that last game.
Yes, they did so, and Urs got around 15 kills or so, only died 3 times, and that is just telling us how good he were. He absolutely were one of the best players in the game, were able to carry his team throughout the whole match and just carry them to the victory line. So if you want to win against Panic, then you have to shut him down, as you said. You know, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs.
Oh, Benvarman, I think you might need to reconnect to the lobby. I'm not seeing you in there anymore.
I see you.
How about we both reconnect? That's probably the best way of doing it. So as I do apologise, we're just causing a slight delay ourselves with starting the game. Of course, both these teams are raring to go, looking to try and respectively dominate or manage to come back against all the odds. There we go, we're back in, we're in the spectating, we're ready. And we're just about to get started.
Yes, but as we have said time and time again, in order for Alpha Squad to win this game, in order to beat the Germans, they have to come out with an absolutely brilliant game. They have to keep a lid, as you said, on top of Urs. They have to shut that guy down, because after all, Urs had 16 kills in the last game, 3 deaths, but they also need to stop out Phoenix, because he also had 11 kills. You need to play better, and you need to show it right here or right now, because if you don't come out with an amazing game in this game, in this round, then you will be out of the tournament and you will have lost.
Let's just get these team names all sorted out, because I believe they have swapped sides, so we just need to get that updated.
Oh, but the first kills coming out to the side of Alpha. They have already gotten 3 kills on top of Panic, and that is looking really good for them. We talked about how they needed to start out really strong, and now with them getting 5 kills to only 2 from Panic's side, that is really good. But you can see kills now coming back into the favor of Panic, as Surhat gets a kill. Urs also gets a kill with his pistol onto the Wolf. And now the recon aircraft coming out from the side of Panic. Panic are taking the back into their hands, the game back into their hands, and they are protecting each other. Once again, going into that very close squad formation where they don't really go 1 versus 1, and therefore they are nearly up 10 kills against Alpha Squad.
It started off so promisingly for Alpha, managing to catch Panic off guard, which is a very rare thing to do at all. But the EMP strike has come out for Panic. It's going to really make it difficult for Alpha Squad to be able to come back in this one, losing access to most of their user interface, and they're starting to drop kills in a hurry. Exactly as you said. Now Panic have managed to find their footing in this game. They are starting to clamp down super hard and take this game away in a hurry.
And it is once again Urs coming out very huge. He has already gotten 6 kills. And he is one of the carries. But Phoenix getting 8 kills. That just shows again how good Panic are. They are so far at 15 kills already against Alpha Squad. The Germans don't give up. They don't care that they had a bad start because they're coming back huge in this game.
Well, what we're now also seeing is we're seeing these 1-for-1 trades which really favour Panic at this point, given their huge lead. If they can just continue to skirmish for the rest of the game, keep trading kills backwards and forwards, they'll just win by attrition.
And that is the huge problem with Modern Combat 5. If you come so far ahead because of the fast-paced nature of the game, you just need to skirmish all the time, then you will get a lot of kills if you're ahead, and that'll help you so much. And especially Panic, a team that is so good at grouping up, at making these skirmishes without making it a high-risk situation, is so good for them. You can just see on your minimap how 2 members are able to pick up nearly 3 kills.
That's just very painful to watch. 17 in the pocket of Alpha Squad. It's gone a little bit better for them this time around than it has in the previous match, but still, they're seeing that Panic are operating on an entirely different level. Zahat coming in with a beautiful flank. It doesn't even take any particular effort on Zahat's part to be able to take all these kills away very, very quickly. Beautiful positioning all game long from Panic, meaning that Alpha Squad are just falling left, right, and center.
Phoenix just 1v2'd the side of Alpha Squad. He is definitely coming out huge for his team. Only 5 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills left for Panic to win the game.
Well, we'll see if we can see the most amazing comeback ever, but I think it's exceptionally unlikely. We do only see Phoenix left standing, but that's going to be enough. Phoenix finishes off this game and gives Panic that 2-0 victory that I think seemed all but inevitable coming into this match.
That is definitely something that we all expected, because Panic, they were so dominating in the first game. Here in the second game, they had a little bit more trouble, but they certainly ended up on the winning side of things as well. Once again, showing how good of a team they are. And you know, I would have loved to see the side of Alpha Squad go in and try to group up, protect each other's backs, because they didn't do that a lot, something that Panic seemed to do a little bit more. But in the end, it is Panic that wins the game. And we'll move on to the grand final once again, where they will have to meet an opponent, which we don't know quite yet, but we'll get back to you guys with that very soon.
Yep, we'll have to have a look and have a check in with our admins and see quite what's going on with the other side of the semi-finals. But either way around it, if we can, we'll try and come back to you with with another semi-finals match. But if not, then we'll see who Panic's going to have to face in our final series of this evening. Please stay with us, and we'll be back as soon as possible. Alright guys, thank you for waiting. We are going to be bringing you the finals very, very shortly. Of course, we'll see if we can get our teams just lined up very shortly. But who do we have for our finals today?
We do have a Panic, a team that just showed how dominating they were and the clear favorites of the tournament. And then we have AOX, a team coming from the Russian Federation. And we have seen them a few times. They were the grand finalists in Cup number 6, and they were also semi-finalists in Cup number 4. So they definitely are a team that has some history of coming pretty far in tournaments, and definitely also a team that you have to watch out for and respect.
Yeah, well, I mean, being finalists in Cup number 6 is nothing to be sniffed at. Though they haven't had the same success for a couple of cups now. I think, much like last game, we see Panic coming in as clear favourites. But I hope that AOX managed to find it with themselves to be able to pull it out. Maybe stop us from going as crazy as they've been going so far this evening.
Yes, and hopefully we can get some closer games as well. I certainly wouldn't mind, because if we could get a few more games, then we could get even more action, and I'm sure all of the viewers want more action as well.
Yep, absolutely. It looks like we're just waiting on one member of Panic to get into the game itself. But everyone's here for AOX so far. Looking over the results from the last game, I mean, Phoenix was... we've been talking about Earth so much for Panic already, but Phoenix has been a big presence as well, actually coming out 17-6 in the previous game, managing to eclipse even Earth. And as you might expect, the records of Alpha Squad could not remotely compare.
Yes, and also a thing we talked about in the game between Alpha Squad and Panic was the fact that Alpha Squad never really worked together as much as a team as Panic did. So in this game, I would really like to see AOX coming in with a bit more team coordinated playstyle. A playstyle where they protect each other's backs, where they work together as a tight unit, so that they can create this zone of defense, this line of defense, where nobody can get through, where they have control of the area, and therefore they can just slowly pick Panic off from there, just slowly get the kills, work your way around the map. Something that we've seen Panic do time and time again.
So just making sure of a few things with our administrative staff, so we can bring you those files to you as soon as possible. Of course, it's worth bearing in mind that this is a best of 5, and we've seen some of these best of 5s go to that 5th game, which then itself will split into a mini best of 5 again, though each of those mini rounds at the end will be to the death. Looks like we're pretty much ready to start this one. But that should be in just a moment.
Yes, hopefully we will be able to get on the way very soon. I am definitely hyped to see another game coming out from Panic, and I want to see what AOX are made of, because after all, they are going up against the clear favorites, the second seeded team in this tournament, and it is quite a challenge to win against Panic, as they have just been looking so good in every game that we have watched them play. They have always looked as a team that are pretty brilliant, and they certainly are something that you want to win over. It's something you want to best, so that you can say, hey, I bested Panic, hey, I won over them.
Okay, it looks like we've been having maybe a couple of technical problems with the lobby at the moment, so we're just going to see if we can get that re-hosted for you guys and get that game started. What we've been hoping to do this today, but we've had a few technical issues which have prevented us from doing so, is having some community games with you guys, because we have got some prizes to be able to give away. I believe it's going to be 6 drops of 500 credits to be able to give out to the superior community players. So once we're done with the finals this evening, I'll be taking you guys through and doing some random matches and trying to give away some of those codes as fast as I humanly can. But for the moment, we'll just have to see if we can get this game started. It looks like, unfortunately, nothing happening quite as of yet. We will see if we can get it sorted out for you guys as fast as we can.
Yes, hopefully we will be able to do so. I mean, we all want to get going, and we are just very excited to be here. At least I can only talk for myself, but I'm pretty sure and pretty confident in saying that Peter Wesker Biscuit Hartnell is also pretty damn excited to be here.
Well, looks like the teams are starting to bring themselves back into lobby. We've got most, at least, of Panic back in. Just waiting for the remainders of Aox to show themselves. I do apologise for the delay for you guys. While we're waiting, Ben, would you mind just taking the audience through some of the history of Panic?
Yeah, so we know Panic is a team that has been very active in the Modern Combat 5 community. In the October finals, they played in the grand finals against Score Gaming. And here they won 3-1 against Score. Then in the next month's finals, they played against Score Gaming once again. And here they also won 3-2. So it got a little bit closer there. Then in Cup number 7, they played against Score Gaming, and here they lost 2-3. But overall, Panic has always gotten really far in tournaments, because in Cup number 6, they got to the semifinals. So we know that they are a team that gets really far in different tournaments and are always really good. Then on the other side, we do have Aox, a fairly new team in the tournament. They have been placed they have been playing in the semifinals in Cup 4, where they won over Legendary, and then moved on to the grand finals, and then they were able to play in the grand finals in Cup number 6 as well. So they are also a team that has been able to get pretty far, despite the fact that they haven't played for so long. So that is also just showing us that Aox are the underdogs, but they are also a team that you have to respect and you have to look out for, because if you give them a finger, they'll bite off your whole hand.
I've never heard it phrased quite that way, but that's quite wonderful.
It's my phrase now.
It certainly is. It looks like the lobby is coming back together once again. We have got Panic moving in force. We'll see if we can get ourselves some Aox guys as well. I think there may have been a bit of a communication problems there, but it should be pretty soon. I suppose all that's really left is to try and think about, what do Aox do as a team that's so far, not behind as such, but so disfavored? I'm not quite sure the right way of putting it is. But when you're a team that comes in and no one's really expecting you to win, presumably if they just get into a straight up brawl with Panic, they're going to lose, because Panic are just so much more experienced. So I guess my question to you would be, theoretically, what could we maybe see Aox try and do here to try and come out ahead, knowing that the other team is more experienced and potentially just more skilled in a traditional sense?
Well, I'd say that's at least one thing we could expect Aox to do is I'd like to see them perhaps beat Panic at their own game. You could force them into a situation where they're uncomfortable, because if you can beat them at their own game, like beat them at grouping up as a squad, as a unit, working together, that's that way as Panic does, as Panic do, then you might be able to, as I said, beat them at their own game, and in that sense put them on their back foot, so that they will have a lot of trouble in terms of staying connected as a team. That might be a way that you can do so, but I'm pretty sure that I've seen this before and it didn't work out for the enemies of Panic. So something we might also see Aox do. If they are a team that likes to skirmish quite a lot, then we might see them just try and skirmish a lot. But what I want to see is I want to see Aox, instead of skirmishing in the tight quarters, I want to see them move out on the map, so that you cannot, as Panic, rely on your teammates. You have to take these one-on-ones where you will have like these high risk, high reward situations. Something that Aox probably would like to get, because that means that you won't be playing on Panic's terms, and in that sense you could gain a lot of you gain a lot of kills that sense in that way.
Well, I do wonder, I mean, looking through some of the score numbers for the previous games, it looked like Shan, for Panic, the only player that I'm seeing that has that at least for one time actually had more deaths than kills. So I do wonder if perhaps a strategy for Aox might be to try and access the less confident members of Panic and try and, because a kill on any member is just as valuable as a kill on any other, but it's a lot more work to take it off Phoenix or Urs.
And that is definitely true, but I also feel like the biggest problem that the enemies of Panic always have is the fact that Panic, they are so good at clumping together, grouping up as a unit, and the problem is not that they do that, but the problem is that whenever you get a kill as the enemy of Panic, Panic will always be able to respond. They will always be able to get a kill onto you, because the member that you just killed had already wounded you, so that you were low, and that is just that low risk, high reward way of playing games that Panic does. And as you said, yeah, you might want to go for like Shan, who apparently is the weakest member on the side of Panic. But you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You need to divide them out. You need to be able to play a game where you are looking to get more objectives, where you're looking to get more ways of winning. Because yes, obviously Little Strokes, they felt great oaks, but you can't only like put your axe into one place on the oak, because then it'll take way longer than hammering at the oak from two sides.
Wow, that was quite the metaphor. Well, I guess we'll see if metaphors will be what Aox needs to be able to bring them through this one. I think you're right that that they need to have a very coherent strategy coming into the game. Just flinging themselves straight at Panic just seemed to work so poorly for Alpha Squad. I mean, we saw how well Panic were able to come around and catch members off guard, just be able to clean up so many kills from behind that, it just felt like Alpha Squad didn't even get to fight a lot of the time.
But yeah, it looks like we're getting closer and closer to get the lobby on the way. So, okay, never mind. One just left. Okay, Peter Hartnell, Veska Biscuit, as
Hello.
Some might know you. Some might know him of. What is your favorite action movie?
I feel like we might be in danger of straying dangerously off topic here, but
Well, we are talking. Okay, let's talk about war movies then, because after all, it is a first-person shooter, a war game that we are casting. So we might as well just talk about a war movie now that we have the time to do so.
well, perhaps if we equate the various war movies we've seen to this upcoming finals, we can get some value out of it. I'd imagine from the AOX side, it's going to be a very similar experience to the opening of Saving Private Ryan, as they fling themselves into the meat grinder that is Panic. But perhaps, I wish I had more war movies to pull off, but perhaps we might be seeing some... I'd like to see... I'm trying to think of a movie which has special ops in it. It feels like if AOX can try and pull something off, like trying to be able to engage Panic in such a way to induce panic in them. I mean, because we saw it for last time, Alpha Squad initially managed to get a good start because they put Panic back on their heels and stopped them from being able to pull off these big maneuvers. So if there's a movie where somebody did that, then that's what I think AOX should be doing.
So you want to see a psychological war movie? That might be a Full Metal Jacket you're talking about.
Yeah, certainly. It's, I mean, Alpha Squad, I'm sure, will be very much happy to receive the attentions of a terrifying drill sergeant to try and bring up the game to allow them to compete with Panic.
Show me your war face.
Yeah, we're going to need to see war faces come out from AOX here. I believe there's some problems with connections on the part of AOX, which is why we're being delayed in starting out this finals, which I can only apologise for. I'm just going to have a quick word with our admin here. To see if there's anything else we can try, perhaps with someone else hosting the room or similar. Because as it stands, I know I'm aware... Oh, wait a second. I'm just going to quickly rejoin because I think... Oh, there we go. Just did an update on my side. So we should be able to bring you this finals game almost straight away. There we go. Yep, there we go. All of our teams are ready. We are ready for this best of 5 finals. We'll see if it's going to be what kind of movie we're going to get here. It could be a war movie. It could be a horror movie. We'll see what Panic are able to pull out. They've proved incredibly dominant every other time we've seen them. But AOX...
And it might be an adventure movie coming out from AOX, as they have a shot at taking down the clear favorites in this tournament. You know what? It might actually be the story of Rocky 1. It might be the underdog coming in and giving the world champion a beating.
Well, stranger things have happened. We'll see how it does play out. We're going to see both teams coming in at speed. We'll see who's going to take the first blood, who's going to set the tone for this best of 5 series. As we see the reset starting out, we've seen the big plays coming out from Panic already, but AOX are still new to us, and we'll see what kind of strategies they're going to employ.
Yes, we will, and already here we can see that AOX, they are doing what I wanted them to do. They're not making these fast plays. They're taking it slow and steady, working together as a unit. Never go alone, always have one in an arm's reach so that you can help each other. And, well, the first kill comes out from AOX as they pick up a kill onto Phoenix.
Wow, and if you're going to get first blood, then you definitely want to get it onto Phoenix, a very, very potent member of Panic. But we'll see if they can take it any further. As you said, both these teams playing this one out very, very solidly. And there you go, Phoenix with the revenge kill manages to avoid getting traded back, and they do as well pull themselves into the lead. But this game, so far, so slow.
Yes, Phoenix and Earth again coming out, showing that they are the members that you can rely on to get kills, as they have gotten the 2 kills from Panic. But this game, neither team are doing anything ridiculous. They are taking their time. It's a game of chicken, as the 2 teams, they are waiting for their enemy to make a mistake.
Well, it does make sense. I mean, Panic now have the advantage if nothing else happens in this whole game, which of course is ludicrous as an idea, but if it doesn't, then Panic will just win 2-1. I would never expect it to happen, but it puts the pressure on Aox to try and make a play here, and that's exactly what Panic are waiting for them to do. Stalking out all of these choke points, trying to make sure that if Aox do go in, they're going to have to pay for it.
Slow and steady, they're moving forward. They got a kill onto Shan, but Phoenix gets the return kill. And this game is blowing right open right here.
We'll see if Panic are able to hold the line. Shadow gets a kill and is traded back in at short order. It's still very even between these two. And Neon manages to pick up another one, putting them back in parity with each other as the grenades start to rain in. Both teams trying to eke out that small advantage, trying to break the lines of Panic, but says not this time, before getting immediately taken out. 2 members, and we still got parity between these two teams. 6 kills apiece.
Back and forth is the name of this game, but the recon aircraft coming in from the side of Panic, that is really good for them, because now they will always know where their enemies are on the battlefield. So for 20 seconds, they will have vision of the side of Aox.
Well, Massel is the big player for Aox right now with those 4 kills. It looks like Panic have fallen back from their initial defensive positions, but they are still managing to put up quite the fight as they put things back up to 7 apiece. We'll see if Aox are able to push through and get that extra bit of ground. They have got those 2 more kills, 3 more, and they're starting to really press down Panic right now.
The underdogs are coming in and showing Panic that you cannot underestimate them. EMP strike coming in from Panic. Now, Aox, they might have some trouble, but they are only up 2 kills and there are 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go.
Wow, that 2 kill lead being maintained. 3 kill. I mean, it's still so close between these two teams. But we're seeing very good play from Aox, doing exactly what we said before, which is working as a team, being able to trade these kills backwards and forwards, and slowly but surely build that lead as they start to come out 1 or 2 kills ahead in each one of these fights.
Aox are pulling further and further ahead. You have to give them credit for doing so. After all, Panic is the clear favorites. They are the team that everybody are expecting to win this tournament. So with them being up 4 kills, it's so good for them. Now 5 kills, 6 kills. They are pulling further and further ahead. And Panic, they are in trouble.
Yeah, EMP deployed, just going to make it that much harder for Panic to be able to respond right now. We are still seeing more skirmishing. Physic, no, Massel the one to take the kill in the end. Still, 6 kills and 6 deaths. But they are slowly but surely going through. Shakira gets that extra kill but gets traded back almost immediately, with doing the duties but also getting taken out in return very quickly. A substantial lead for Aox right now, and I'm really surprised to see Panic in such a condition as we see Phoenix of all people getting taken out once more and the recon aircraft coming in.
And you're not the only one being surprised, because Panic being this far down is not something we have seen all day. It's something new, because they have always been in a dominating position. Last game they played against the Alpha Squad, they won 50-25. So them being down nearly 10 kills is definitely a sight for sore eyes.
Well, Shakira has really stepped up for Aox in this game. 7-3 right now. Doing really good work. Putting down an absolute hail of bullets, but gets an auto turret right to the face.
An auto turret right to the face is not something we see every day. Panic now only have 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go if they want to pull themselves back into this game, but they have a long way to go, because Aox is definitely a capable enemy of theirs.
I do have to wonder if Aox might just try and turtle at this point. So they've only got 1 minute to play it out, and if they get picked off in individual numbers, they could have that lead fall away. But at this point, frankly, all they need to do is just hide. But Panic are catching up with them, taking these individual kills. The one more kill is going to put them back in parity. Panic desperately need to find that one other member. Auto turret has been deployed, but no, one more kill comes out for both sides. It's a 2-kill lead for Aox. It's going to come down to the wire here. 20 seconds remain. One more comes in for Panic from Urs, as we might expect. But is low on health. Grenade going high, but then the kills get traded once more. One kill, 10 seconds. Who's it going to be? It's being brought back up to parity. It's going down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Game over.
And it's going to be a draw, or is it going to be to sudden death? It is going to be to sudden death. We'll see who's going to be the one to take out this kill at the last moment. This game is teetering on a knife edge.
It is crazy, Vasca Biscuit. The two teams being even at 31 to 31 kills. This is not something that anybody expected to see from Panic, the team that were so dominating in the semi-finals. And now, sudden death. Only one life per member. And, well, it is Aox coming out with a huge play already.
Yes, Akira doing work. And, wow, it's all over. But for the screaming, Aox have done it.
Yeah, Aox, they won that game. That sudden death just blew right open, and it ended up being Aox coming out with that victory. Really well played for them. They were able to counter what Panic were doing. Once the game blew right open, they were able to take it into a state of panic, where Panic, well, they panicked.
Well, really impressive performance from Aox. We'll see if they can do it once more. I mean, for a second, I thought that they might have thrown away that lead at the end, trying to play defensively as you might expect when in the lead with the timer working its way down. But it almost caught them off guard, almost allowed Panic to come in and steal that game away. But a well-earned victory. We'll see how they do in Game 2, which will be coming up very shortly. I'll take a quick break while we get that set up for you guys. Should not be too long at all before we're back with you once again. Alright guys, thanks for waiting. We are moving into our second game of our best of 5 finals for the December 2016 finals red. Aox surprised everyone by taking the first game off of Panic in quite the performance.
And that was a crazy game, wasn't it, Veska Biscuit? I were hyped, to say the least, and I did not expect Aox to come out and win that first game. After all, they were going up against Panic, the team that everybody sees as the favorite, as the team that should win the tournament, and after all, they are also the top seeded team. So Aox coming in and showing Panic that they can't just win without getting a competition. Well, that is not something that I expected.
No, well, I don't think anyone really expected that coming into this one, but we'll see what's going to happen this time around as both teams charge out onto the battlefield. First blood is all important in this game. Of course, on the rooftops, the control of the center is very strong, and 2 kills already. 3 kills for Aox, starting out this one very, very strongly.
Coming out very strongly indeed. It is going to be Aox already pulling out far ahead, and we know that rooftops are a map where once you have control of the rooftops, you pretty much have control of most of the map. So for now, it is Aox that have to clear the rooftops of Panic members, because Panic, they are on top of the rooftops, and you don't want to give them that chance.
Yep, it's a very, very good position to be in, but great use of grenades means that the scoreline is still very, very similar between these two teams. Panic pulling ahead at the last moment, managed to pick up a few extra kills, as of course the old reliable of Panic, but the kills getting spread around relatively evenly so far.
Yeah, it is once again a close game, and we have 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Only 1 kill before the game is back to even. Actually 3 kills now, but this game, it is on a nice edge. Neither team is a clear favorite, because Aox have shown that they are a team that you cannot underestimate, that they are a good underdog team, but they are falling a little bit behind here against Panic, which is not a good sign.
No, I mean, Urz has done enormous work. And there we see Panic making great use of their auto turret there. We're going to have to see Aox do a lot of work to come back into this one. But 5 kills is far from insurmountable. As Massel takes another one off Shan, but Urz continues their path of rage. Though they do get dropped in short order still, the gap between the two teams remains relatively constant for now.
Yes, it does. And Panic, they are switching up their playstyle. They are moving around the map, making these fast skirmishes. They're not staying as a tight unit anymore, and they seem to have figured out the way to play against Aox. They are beating Aox at their own game, where they are doing these fast skirmishes.
Shakira, who was such a big part of Aox's last success, are really struggling to find their feet in this game. But we'll keep an eye out for Massel, who's done a lot of work. Is about to take a grenade to the face and goes down in a hurry.
Panic still being up 10 kills is a good sign for them, but with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, either they get 20 kills or they keep this lead. And as the game is going right now, I might foresee Panic coming out and picking up more kills in order to reach the 50 kill mark, where they then will win the game.
Well, it's got to have been quite the wake-up call for Panic to lose out of that previous game. But they've certainly not shown any signs of letting up the pressure on Aox, trying to push themselves back they certainly do not want to go down 2-0 in this best of 5 series. And they seem to be pretty well set up for managing to accomplish that right now. A big lead which just continues to get bigger for Panic.
But Aox, they do have the control of the rooftops. So in order for Panic to go and search for kills, they have to clear out the rooftops first of all. But that doesn't really matter to Panic, as they just want control of the lower side of the map, where they lower Aox down time and time again and then just pick off the stranglers.
I mean, look at Urs here with that 13 kills. As Shakira goes down once more. As expected, riding high on the scoreboard, doing an enormous amount of work. But as you pointed out before, Panic making really good use of their team play. It's not, as the numbers might suggest, a one-person show for Panic. They are managing to bring numbers to bear. It's just that their top players are the ones who are securing the kills.
And Urs is one of the guys that are securing the kills, getting 14 kills and only dying 6 times. He is a huge component of the success for Panic. Only 9 kills left to go with 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Panic, they are on the brink of evening out this best of 5 series.
Well, we do see Aox managing to secure a number of prime kills right there. Taking down Urs is so important. But at this point, I don't know if Aox will be able to come back from it, as we see another fight breaking out. Shan stepping up for Panic this time round and securing multiple kills by themselves.
3 kills left to go. Panic, they are searching for the kills. They know they are on the brink of victory, and they have just gotten 1 kill. Now, Shan will be killed. Urs will also be killed, but they have 2 kills to go, whereas the side of Aox, they have to get 13 kills in order to even out the game.
Well, Urs does fall down, but there's only 1 more kill.
1 kill left to go.
It looks like this game's all over but this screaming for Panic right now. But 2 more kills coming in favour of Aox. It's going to be an incredible thing to be able to come back. They're not going to manage it this time round, and we bring this series back to 1 apiece.
Yes, we do. In this game, we see Panic being able to come back into the game. They were able to actually win a game against Aox. And Aox, a team that showed that they were not a team that you could underestimate, had some trouble in this game against the champions of Panic.
Well, we will obviously have the next game as soon as is humanly possible. But yeah, really strong performance from Panic in that last game. While we wait for the next game to get set up, I'm just going to do a quick restart on the stream, since apparently some people are still having problems with the stream lagging a little bit. So we should be back with you pretty darn shortly. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, we should be back again. I'm just going to have a quick knock around and make sure that everything is as it should be. Hopefully we should be back up and running for you guys. I do apologise for the problems with the stream before. Hopefully restarting it has alleviated those problems, but please do let us know if that is not the case, and we'll see if we can do anything else on this end to alleviate that. We'll take another quick break while we get the lobby set up for you guys, but we should be back in just a couple of minutes once those guys are all up and ready to go once more. Alright guys, welcome back to Game 3 of our best of 5 finals between Aox and Panic. We saw Aox manage to pull out the surprise win in the first game, just managed to win in overtime, but Panic came back big time in Game 2, stomping the life out of Aox and taking it quite thoroughly.
They absolutely did, and in the first game we saw the two teams mimicking each other in their playstyle. We saw Aox coming in and defeating Panic at Panic's game, where you group up as a tight unit, as a unit that won't be able to be shattered. But then in the second game we saw Panic coming out and copying the playstyle of Aox, where Aox, they really like to do these fast rotations, skirmishes, high risk, high reward situations, something that Panic, they just beat them at so well, and that meant that, well, Panic, they were able to pick up their first victory in this best of 5 series, and they are now on the road to win another monthly final.
Yep, they have very much become used to it at this point. I have to think they must have found that first game very alarming, not expecting at all to lose out to Aox. I mean, we saw Aox try and string out the game for a win just on the timeout. Ultimately, it nearly cost them the game itself, as we saw Panic manage to come back in very, very quickly and even things up, or threaten to actually take the game away in the last moments of the game, but Aox managed to just plow it in time. I think they did Aox did very, very well to be able to actually win that one ultimately. But yeah, Aox did not look so strong in that second game. They held the ground for quite a while, but Panic really started rolling over them with ever increasing speed as the match wore on.
And once Panic, they've reached that 10 kill mark in when they were up against Aox at that point, Aox, they just fell apart. They weren't able to secure kills without giving up a few kills in return. And off of that, it just meant that Panic, they were able to close out the game to win their first game. And therefore Aox, they had a little bit of trouble in that game. So, well, taking that in consideration, we can say that Panic, they definitely are a team that can play different styles, that can play in different ways, and that you have to look out for, because again, if you give them a finger, they'll take your whole hand.
Well, the teams are up, they are ready, and it's going to be another scrap to see which team can pull ahead in this best of 5. I believe we're going to be seeing Panic on the blue team this time round. We'll see which side they end up coming in on, but we should be only moments away from our game 3.
Yes, we should be so, and it is time to see which team will come out ahead. Both teams are eager to win yet another game in this best of 5 series, in this grand final. And after all, we are playing for the chance to win 200 euros and a unique ESL camo. So both teams, they definitely want to win this game.
Well, we'll see who's able to secure that first blood, that momentum coming into this all-important Game 3. Going to be able to set the tone for the last games of the series. Of course, we did think that perhaps this Game 3 could have been the last game of the series, considering that Aox managed to steal out the first. But now they're the ones on the back foot coming into this crucial middle game. We'll see if they can do better this time round as the first blood goes across to Panic.
Urs picking up the first blood, showing that he's ready to carry his team on his back, and now he's searching for even more kills. You can see how the two teams, they are, like in the first game, waiting for the enemy to make a mistake. They are waiting for them to be able to pick up an opportunity to kill someone, and you see it right there that an opportunity will be found, both as Urs and Aox, they pick up yet another kill.
They have low health bars on individual members of Panic, but they're being able to string out these engagements, maintain that tiny, infinitesimal lead. But huge grenade comes out, taking out Shan and Phoenix at the same time. Suddenly, Panic are themselves having to desperately scramble to hold position as the score comes to 3 apiece.
Holding their ground is something that Panic does really well. They find yet another kill, and now the team of Panic, they are doing their best to search for another opportunity to put themselves even further ahead of Aox. But Aox will be able to respond in this game. It's a game of chicken. Neither team wants to be the first one to do anything overly aggressive.
Oh, Shakira does manage to secure the kill on Urz. Looks like we've got a little message saying that they've disconnected. Hopefully they'll be back in very soon because Aox have started to creep themselves ahead. As you said, just like this first game, which went in Aox's favour, this is a very, very slow pace game. And it does make you wonder if perhaps this is more... if it's favouring Aox, as we see Physics manage to pick up 2 kills and maintain Aox's lead.
Physic coming out huge in this game, picking up 2 kills right there, and I'm pretty sure he was also the guy that were able to get a double kill with a grenade, so he is definitely showing the side of Panic how to play this game, how you don't have to underestimate Aox. Again, give them an inch and they'll take an eel. Is that the right way to say it now?
I'm not sure where eels came into it, but Aox have certainly proven themselves very slippery right now, moving into that 4-kill advantage, but Urz, of course, can never be denied, as Madara takes... The grenades have been so important in this match, picking up multiple kills in a hurry, with their ability to blow open these more static games, and we're starting to see the kills pour in for both sides, enabled by the lines being blown wide open by those grenades.
This game has been blown wide open. The two teams are now going head to head. They are taking everything they can. They are holding on to their life with their claws and their teeth. And this game is certainly not over yet. There's still 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. But it is Panic that are coming out ahead with a 3-kill lead.
Madara has been a big presence for Panic, picking up 7 kills to only 3 deaths, so pretty good accuracy as well, as we have to sneak around. But Aox managed to find themselves back into the game, have got the recon aircraft down as well, as the game slips back into the more static battle lines that we've seen previously.
You can see how Panic, they know where Aox are with the help of that recon aircraft. That they are just waiting outside. They are closing in on them slowly and starving them out.
Really nice play from Madara there, finding those little gaps in the wall and shooting through, catching members of Aox off guard. And Panic is starting to slowly build up ahead of steam, have got that 7-kill advantage, only 2 minutes 30 left on the clock, and Panic is really starting to snowball in this game.
Panic are choking Aox in this tight area. There is simply no line of defense for Aox. They cannot defend this small warehouse that they are in. They don't have enough room to really come out and fight against Panic. They're just getting choked.
Well, Madara does take... and Phoenix go down in short order, but Urz, of course, taking out Physics in return. Still 7 kills in favour. Now only 6, now 5. We see the kills being traded back as we break into these very vicious skirmishes between the two teams.
A very vicious skirmish indeed. And only 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. We have to see Aox fight their way out of this area because they cannot stay here. They are getting picked off time and time again by Panic. They are holding them so close right here. And there's simply no way that Aox, they can win this game if they don't come out here, because they're getting shot by Panic all the time whenever they try to come out, but they need to try and run out as a unit.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Panic have really got them boxed in to this very confined area, making great use of the parapet set. But Massel, though, takes out multiple members. This could be the time, exactly what Aox needed. They're coming in force, managing to break themselves out. They've only got the 4 kills behind right now, and Aox are going big, but now Urz with that huge grenade cuts the heart out of the Aox offense.
They did manage to kill a lot of the guys from Panic, so now they aren't that boxed in anymore. They can actually work their way out, but they have to continuously try and fight their way out because Panic is coming back. Now the game is 40-32 with only 30 seconds left to go. This is make it or break it from the side of Aox. They have to go out now, and they have to go out in a very, very fashionable style.
Well, we'll see what the fashion's going to be. 15 seconds to go. Aox have nothing to lose at this point. They may as well charge forward and try and desperately even up. It does not look like it's going to happen whatsoever as Panic secure multiple more kills. They might even be able to bring this to a 50 kill mark before the game ends. Doesn't look like it's going to be this time, but still a comfortable win for Panic.
Panic once again showing the world which team are the favorites. In this game, Shadara were able to get 16 kills, Earth 30 and Shadow 11, whereas the top scorer on the side of Aox got 10 kills. It was so well played by Panic. They were able to box in Aox. They didn't give them any room and ended up just slowly starving them. They didn't get any resources in order to move out, and well, it ended up choking Aox.
Really nicely played, and also it's very surprising to see from the last game, Phoenix really not turning up at all for Panic. Madara the one really stepping up, getting the most kills in the game. Of course, as probably the most solid contender from the Phoenix side, but sorry, from the Panic side. But Phoenix really struggling on the map. 2 kills, 9 deaths. Not the Phoenix we're used to seeing on the previous maps, and perhaps we're starting to see some map preference becoming more apparent on the Panic team.
Yeah, it does certainly look like that Panic, they want to play in maps where there are areas that they can box their enemies into, areas where they will be able to keep their enemies locked in, because that was rooftops, and well, this map was pretty much the same. So they don't want these open maps. They want a little bit more of a small corridor where they can choke the enemy.
Alright, we're going to get set up for the 4th and potentially final game. Panic have now got the advantage. They only need to win one more game to take this finals home. We'll see if Aox are going to be able to do it. Are going to be able to come back into this one. It's going to be a very tough job, but we'll be back very, very soon. We're just getting the lobby set up now, so we shouldn't be too long at all. Alright guys, we are back for our 4th game of this evening, and already the action is going crazy. Let's see if we can catch some of it. We've already got a kill apiece for both teams. Of course, Aox fighting to survive in this game. If they lose this one, they are out of our finals, but they're starting out strong, already going up 4-1.
And they are also fighting for a chance to win 200 euros. And you certainly want to do that. So now, with them being up 3 kills against Panic, it is definitely already going great for them. And they are on, well, at least on the road to win this grand final against Panic.
Yeah, well, they've managed to maintain a pretty healthy lead so far. But Panic have shown that more than willing and able to come back and take away all the advantages that their opponents have accrued over a long period of time. And we see it happen once again as Panic move themselves into the lead, up 6-4, less than 6 minutes for Aox to come back and try and make it count. As we see kills getting traded back and forth once more, Snowmen not enough to keep Aox safe.
This game is about to be even again as Earth picks up a kill, but so does Surat and Physic. Shadow also coming in, he wants to join the party, and Panic are not, they're not done quite yet. They won't just lie down on the ground and get stomped on, because they are now in the lead, 11-9.
Shadow is unstoppable right now. Let's see if we can find them on the list. But I think we're going to see multiple members of Panic fall down in a hurry. Let's Shakira, with the variable performance so far for Aox, dropping down the crit grenade, but is ultimately going to fall victim. Let's see if we can get the... Yes, I think we do need to get the team names switched around. Yes, we do. Because we have got Aox on the blue and Panic on the red.
4 minutes and 32 seconds left to go. Panic are leading this game with 6 kills as some fast kills comes in from both teams. And this means that if Panic are able to win this game, they will take home the grand prize of 200 euros and a unique ESL camo. So if they're able to keep this lead going till the clock runs down, then Aox is out of the grand final, and we will once again see Panic be victorious.
Yeah, well, Urz has done some really strong performance, finding all of those little niches and little tricks which are allowing them to get some very good shots in. But Shakira does put pay to Urz. Flight of Rage, still a big advantage being built up here for Panic. 7 kills has been consistent for Panic for quite some time. As we move forward in this game, Panic managing to trade backwards and forwards very consistently, and even now with their EMP strike deployed, they give themselves a big stretch of time where they're going to have a massive advantage in these 1v1s, and they're taking it as far as they can. Now with that 11 kill lead in their favour, it's looking insurmountable for Aox right now.
35 kills are on the scoreboard for Panic, 36 kills as Shadara is able to pick up yet another kill. It seems like Panic are just getting kills to the left, right and center, but Mass-L comes in with a huge pickup of 2 kills, and now this might be the way that Aox can come back into the game.
Well, they desperately need to do so. They're so far behind at this point. They cannot afford to keep taking these trades as Shadow picks up another kill onto Physics. It's looking very dire right now. Only 8 kills separate Panic from taking this tournament away. They've done it with some quite some skill in these, particularly in these last 2 games. They've made Aox look like they really struggled to hang with Panic in these brawls, and Panic are making use of their advantages to get down these turrets exactly where they need them.
7 kills left to go before Panic will take home the grand prize. 5 kills left again as Shadara picks up another kill. Now we see Serhat searching for a kill. Will he be able to find it? No, it's going to be Urs and Shadara picking up 2 kills. And now Serhat and Shadow picking up 2 more kills. Only 1 kill is left. And here we go. Panic will be able to pick up the grand final.
Wow. What a performance from Panic there. Really, really well done. Honestly, they just did so well in that last that last fight. They didn't feel like Aox had very much to say at all.
No, it was Panic being the strongest team throughout the whole game. And Aox, they had a great game 1 in this best of 5 series. But then we just saw how Panic were able to come out and show themselves as the best team. How they were able to win this best of 5 series really convincingly, because it just ended up becoming better and better from their side. And if we consider the fact that the first game was also very close, I'd have to say that after all, Panic, they showed themselves to be the favorites and why people consider themselves to be the favorites.
Alright, well, despite what it's saying on the stream right now, we're not quite done for this evening. I don't know if Ben Vireman will be able to stick around for this particular part, but if for any of you guys who stuck with us through the duration of the stream, what I'm going to do now is going to set up a custom game lobby, because as was mentioned earlier, we've got some codes to be able to give away, or some credits to be able to give away, and in order to do that, we figured the most entertaining way to do so would be to do that through a custom game, where the strongest performers, we've got 6 codes, so I guess the strongest 3 performers, I suppose, from each of the next 2 custom games will each be given a code, which will need to send messages to. Okay, no, looks like my co-casters had to drop out, but I'll be taking you guys through the next couple of games. Let me just get that set up for you now. So the pass key is going to be mob, M-O-B. It's going to be rush. Let's create that now. So if you guys can join the game with the password MOB, mob, we'll see about getting you some sweet free stuff when inevitably you kick my butt. I think I'm going to join the blue team. And let's get the overlay turned off for the time being with the team names as well. There we go. So if you guys are interested in getting any free credits, then please do send yourself my way using the password MOB. Hopefully that's all worked and you'll be able to join that one. If you go into multiplayer and then custom games, then you'll be able to see that. We've got 6 prizes of 500 credits, I believe, to be able to give away, courtesy of the delightful Radu, who's got those sorted out for you guys. So hopefully we'll be getting you guys coming our way sometime soon. While we're waiting, I'm just going to have a quick drink. Actually, might be worth thinking. Perhaps might be worth taking off the. Let's take off the pass key and just see if we can get in some people a little bit faster. So there we go. I'm going to create the game. You're looking for Peter H's game, or Peter Huntler's game, which is myself. So if you guys join that one, then hopefully we'll be able to get a match started sooner rather than later. But hey, hopefully you guys can find the game. If not, then I guess we'll just have to call it for this evening. It'll be a real shame though. I'd love to be able to give you guys some codes, even if it's only a couple of you guys. But please do see if you can find the custom game if you're still watching. If you're looking for some free stuff, then it's not a bad way to acquire it. While waiting, it looks like from the comments down below that there was still some lag going on, so I'm not quite sure what could have been causing that. I'll have to investigate on this end and see if there's anything which we can resolve to try and sort that out and stop it from happening in the future. Of course, it's worth mentioning that the game I'm hosting is on Android, for any of you guys who can't find the game. Here you go, right, easy. Sure, why don't we do a 1v1 to get us started? Let's get ourselves put in. So yes, Christian Trappo, I do apologise if you couldn't find the game. Looks like it might be an issue due to being on a different platform from each other. But alright, let's get started. And let's put that in, there we go. See how quickly I can get smashed. Seems worthwhile. Alright. So I imagine this will be short and brutal, just the way you guys like, I'm sure. Let's see if I can get the high ground Anakin. If I can even figure out where my opponent is. Aha! Well, looks like my opponent found me before I found him. This should at least mean that the game's going to be relatively short, and hopefully for future games we'll be able to get you guys set up.
Relay ready for capture.
These are the loneliest streets when it is a 1v1 in a 5v5 map.
Intel package inbound. They're taking the relay.
Haha! Take that!
Intel package inbound.
Well, Rob, maybe only one more. Oh man. Well, it comes down to a 1v1 confrontation. Who's gonna win out?
Capture and hold the data relay.
I may or may not have freaked out a little bit there, and ended up costing me pretty heavily. Well, Rot, you rotter, you have done it. Rot_easy. will be the recipient of Code 1. So let's see if we can get set up with another lobby. So I do apologize to you guys on iOS. But this is unfortunately just an Android one for the time being. Let's create one more game again. But yes, the first recipient of our bonus code is going to be Rot Easy on Android. I think I'm just going to double check and see if there's anything else that I need from you, Rob. So yes, just need the platform. Christian Trapper, I don't need no gear to be able to get destroyed by people. But yes, this is just the account I use for casting purposes, so just the basic stuff on here anyway. But hey, it's cool. I don't need things like upgrades. So the game is up once again. If you guys would like to get any free credits, if you have got the game on Android, then please do come and join Peter H's game. Hopefully, maybe Rot Easy will come our way again. I'm going to try and give the codes out to different people though, rather than just letting Rot beat me up all the time. Hey, MC5 question mark. What a great name. Welcome to the lobby. Hopefully, if we're lucky, I'll give it a couple of minutes and see if we can maybe build ourselves up to maybe a 2v2 or a 3v3. If not, then we'll just have another 1v1 confrontation. Christian, you didn't know the goal? Oh, well, the goal... it's entirely possible I wasn't very clear about the goal. Okay, I'm just going to remake with a password. MC5, if you could just rejoin the game. I was to make it, rejoin it with the mob password. Okay, I'll put it at the top of the screen, just to make life a little bit easier. There you go. So MC5, hopefully you can find your way back to the lobby once more, and we can get you some sweet new free stuff. Our first recipient is Rot Easy. There we go. Hey, Lego M. Great to have you along. We'll see if we can pick up one or two more players, see if we can give out some of those 500 credit codes we should get just for doing what you perhaps would be doing anyway, which is playing some nice games of Modern Combat 5. Yes, this is on Android, that's worth mentioning again. Maybe I'll put that in the... Hey, there we go, we've got a 2v2. Okay, so I'll just leave it a couple, well, just a minute or so more. There we go, we've got another one. Oh, excellent, we're starting to pick up, people start to pick up pace, and we look like we might even be set for perhaps even a 4v4, or dare I even suggest that a 5v5 would be great. So if you guys can make it in here, we'll be doing the whole thing. Not a 5v2 against me. Ugh. That's a little bit much. So I've only got 5 more codes to give away. So given if it looks like we're going to have a 4v4 or even a 5v5, I'll be looking to give away 2 or 3 of the codes to particularly strong performance in the game. We just need one more to get an even team between the teams. So if you fancy your chances of being able to steal away some extra free credits, then please do find your way into the lobby. Hey there, ee.uu. And oh my gosh, it's it's Panic Phoenix come in to show us what they're made of, trying to not only win the rewards of the tournament that the Panic have just destroyed the way through, but also steal away all of our credits as well. Welcome to EE.EU and Phoenix. Hopefully we'll see another strong performance. And of course, great fun to be able to play against the guys who you've seen do so well on the stream before. So one more player and we'll have ourselves a party, a 5v5 party. Oh, okay. It looks like some of you guys are on Discord at the moment. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. I think we might actually end up We've got 2 more players in a hurry, so we might actually end up being a 6v6. If we can get one more person. It looks like you guys want to go, but I'm seeing the goes from the people on the team who have more people on them. I don't know if 6v5 is the best of ideas. Can we maybe just get one more player? Is that too much to ask for? But yes, congratulations to Phoenix for being on the winning team and also for the strong performance all the way through there. I'm just having a quick look through my records of how they did in the games. I think there was some particular games where Phoenix did. Yes, I went 17-6, pretty crazy. I think I actually have some problems with typing to the chat here. Okay, never mind. Not too worried about it being overly competitive. It does not look like we're going to see anyone else coming in, so let's just get started. SPD, thank you for your support. Hopefully we'll make model teammates as well. Alright, so this is a 5v6 rush, which we're going to be playing now. We'll see how we'd end up doing. Let's get stuck in. Whoa, whoa. Hey there, EE. Let's see how we do. Let's see if we can find a buddy. A buddy we can stand behind. Why, what a nice telephone box. Alright. Oh, whoops. Well, that was a brief time on this earth. Let's see if we can find where the action is.
They're taking the relay. 3 enemies remaining. 2 enemies remaining.
Oh no!
Intel package inbound.
Well,
Capture and hold the data relay.
hopefully this time around we can have a little bit of a better performance. Last time, pretty shameful. Getting a shot in the back. Perhaps hiding at the back of the pack was not the way to go.
4 friendlies remaining. 3 friendlies remaining.
Well, that could have gone better.
4 enemies remaining.
Wow, we got smashed.
Capture and hold the data relay.
Alright guys, this is our one chance to come back in.
Four friendlies remaining. 3 friendlies remaining. Relay ready for capture.
Well, that was brief. So I'm going to take a quick screenshot of that. Okay, looks like Pixel and Phoenix are looking pretty darn strong right now. I guess it depends. Are you guys up for another match? Oh, we did end up with 6 players in the end. we'll see how many of you guys decide to stick around for game 2. It looks like everyone may have just left, which honestly is completely fair enough. So let's have a quick look. How did we do? Oh man, it's a little tricky to tell what the name. Pixel 2 and Panic Phoenix. Could you post your actual usernames in the Facebook chat so that I can pass it across to our admin before we get set up for our second game, so I can send you guys some, or rather I can have you guys send some sweet free credits, because on the scoreboard it's not showing your names very clearly. While we're waiting for you to do that, let's get set up with a new game. The password is going to be mob once more, and the top 3 players from this game will be receiving the codes. Hey, Josh Clausen. I'm glad that you tune in for the stream. Even if you don't like the game, that's more than fine. Maybe you'll consider picking up to get some free credits right now. Hopefully the details should be along the top of the screen. So this is unfortunately going to be an Android-only kind of deal, because unfortunately I don't myself have access to an iOS device right now. If you drop yourselves in, then you can get yourself some free credits. Let's see, so I'm still looking for Pixel. It looks like Pixel 2 and 5 Phoenix to be able to drop in their full usernames into the Facebook chat, so I can get those credits sent their way. If they don't, then unfortunately I won't be able to do so, because I need to have those usernames to be able to allocate the credits to the right place. How are we doing? Oh, looks, yep, cool. Looks like we're picking up some new guys in here today. So once we get our full numbers, and it looks like we have got a 6v6 going, we've got 3 more codes to give away. So hopefully, there we go, we're all ready to get started. If you perform well in this game, then you too can be a recipient of 500 credits just for shooting some people in the face. Alright, we will take to the streets of Rush once more. Let's see if I can actually manage to kill somebody this time. It's dubious, but hey, stranger things have happened. Alright, let's hide that for the time being. So we've got full numbers, so we shouldn't need to have anybody else joining in. Let's see if we can get by with a little help from our friends. Well, we got in the way. We got smashed, but we had a good time while doing it, and that's the important thing. Oh man! I thought for just a second the dream could be real and I'd actually managed to kill somebody.
3 enemies remaining.
But no, it is a savage, savage beating.
Capture and hold the data relay.
But maybe, just maybe, this could be the day when it all comes out Millhouse.
4 enemies remaining. 3 enemies remaining.
Oh man. That was quite shameful.
Taking the objective. 1 enemy remaining. Taking the objective.
Still, I think we might actually be able to take this round back. Which is something.
Intel package inbound.
Alright, can we do it? Only a few seconds left in this round. The perfiderous? Is that a real word? It is now. It means bad, but bad in a fancy way. The bad red team are up 2 games, 2-1. Yes, we finally get around. Danish Khan, you have secured yourself access to. Alright, thanks to the work of Danish Khan, I think we might be able to get ourselves back into this one, having a bit of a delay there, but hopefully it will not cost us too much. Let's try and follow up our teammates and see. Ooh, well, oh, pants! Ah! It's looking like it's very, very close to being over. So I'm going to need dog tags from each of you guys who I name as the MVPs of the match, so we can get those credits to you. Hopefully the blue team will be able to claw this one back. But at the very end of proceedings, we're making the final decision. Danish Khan has certainly stepped up big time for the blue team. And actually has pulled it through to a 3rd game. Danish Khan, you monster. Alright. We've got a way to maybe come back into this, but we'll have to see if we can pull it out. Let's follow our buddies. I didn't kill someone, but I think I distracted them. I was nearby when somebody died. Yes. Truly the superior Modern Combat 5 player. Well. Danish Khan. Let's... Aha. I see, this is how I'm going to get the dog tags. Make sure you've got all of you guys there. Phoenix, need yours from the previous game. let's get some of those dog tags put across to Radu, who has been super helpful so far. And if you have any thanks, please do direct them that way. So we've gotten 3 so far. I do apologise that there was some confusion in that regard. Let's just drop out and get one more game in, because I'll need to get the dog tags from some more players to be able to give across those codes. So far I've got Phoenix, DNG Repab, and Danish Calm. But please do let me know if you're one of the people who I've allocated MVP to before but haven't given the code to, because I may not have just caught you in time. But just to make sure that we do have all of our codes allocated, let's do one more game. Let's see. So there we go. So this is on Android. The password is mob. We're just getting that game set up for you right now. So please do join and have fun with myself, Peter H, in watching me run around and getting slaughtered by you all. We've still got 3 more 500 credit codes to give across. So I'll be looking to take your dog tags at the end of the game for those who have proven themselves most worthy. Hopefully we can get another game set up if you guys haven't all gone off to other things at this point. But we've had some pretty fun games so far. And I hope we can have a whole bunch more before we are done with this evening. Of course, this is in celebration of Panic, who managed to crush their way through and take our finals this evening. Looks like we have got, hey Karen, nice to see you, and our hero of the night, Phoenix, coming in. Gonna show us how it's done personal style. Of course, Phoenix, as unexpected. No worries, Phoenix. Of course, as I said before, don't thank me for the credits. Thank Radu, who is working real hard to make sure everything goes down smoothly. So we're going to get 3 more credits. Alpho and me best. Well, we'll have to see. Alpho could well be the recipient of these credits. Now that I know how to get access to those dog tags, then we'll be able to get those very shortly. So 3 more. I'm going to Phoenix, as tempting as it would be to just give you all of the MVPs, we're going to give those to different players. So if you want to play just for the fun of playing, that's more than fine. But we'll try and make sure that only 1 per player, so everybody gets some sweet free credits. Alright, we're looking at 4v4, pretty strong so far. We'll leave it another minute or so, see if we can get some more players in. I'm aware that you guys have been here for a while, so might be a little burnt out at this point, but hey. Hopefully you guys have got a little bit of time left over for free stuff. Oh, Tier 4 says don't star. Well, maybe they've got a friend coming. Nice little icon as well. Here we go, got a few more coming in. So what a great way to end off this evening. Slowly but surely starting to get a little bit less terrible at this game. First time round, just basically stood there and get shot a bunch. This time round, everything was different. I got to stand in front of quite a lot of proficient players, failed to shoot at them, and then they got shot by somebody else. I'd like to think that I was a big part of that. At the moment, we only have 4v6. We're going to need one of you red team guys to come across to the blue team to try and even things up. As much as I've enjoyed these games with uneven teams, I'd like to stand some sort of chance in the final game of this evening. So can any of you red guys be persuaded to join the blue team? I will be allocating at least 1 MVP to the blue team just to on the strongest performance of that team, because I'm aware that I'm possibly an anchor around the blue team's chances of actually winning the game. Maybe. Doesn't look like any of the red team wants to join the blue though. So if we can just maybe sneak out 1 or 2 more guys from the chat. The password is mob, M-O-B, all in lowercase. On the Android platform, even if we can only get 1 more player, I really don't want to do a 4v6, so I think that would be a complete massacre. But if we can just get 1 or 2 more players, then we'll be able to get started and get you guys some of those sweet free credits. it looks like the red team are very determined to not play against any of each other. No need keys. What I'm doing myself is I'm broadcasting from an emulated Android using OBS to be able to broadcast my games, which is working pretty well. If you can still find a copy of Leap Droid, that's a particularly good Android emulator. But it looks like, I guess, we're going to have to go for the 4v6. I do apologise to the members of the blue team, but hey, maybe that just means there's more targets the rest of us. Too bad that we can't get into the red team across the blue, but hey. Alright, let's get going. At least I think. Oh. Okay, I do apologise. I think the game broke a little bit there. I do apologise, I've remade the lobby now. Hopefully that will work a bit better this time round. So password still mob if you pop yourself back in there. Hey Chris R, nice to see you. Let's just make sure that my there we go, got some of you guys back in the game again. Now, we can't have everybody against me at once, that's just not right. There we go, thanks Phoenix and Alpha. Okay, we're seeing some pretty good numbers here. So 3 more codes, 3 more MVPs to assign to the ever delightful Radu, who will make sure you guys get credits in very short order. Very much on top of things. Excellent, we've managed to get ourselves up to a 6v6 confrontation. Can we see some more MVPs? Let's find out right now. So our previous MVPs have been Danish Khan, DNG Repo, and of course Phoenix. We're going to get 3 more new MVPs this time around. But of course it's not going to be me, and it's not going to be any of the 3 we've had already. So everything's too playful. And we're going to have at least 1 MVP from my team, because honestly, I've literally done nothing in the game so far. So that team really probably does need some kind of incentive to try and compete. Alright, we are up, we are ready, we are going into some hot action. Let's follow Phoenix around, because that seems like the best strategy. Let's see a master work. Because honestly, I would be very surprised to see... Oh wait, that's one on our team. Just making sure. Oh man. What? Chris R? Ooh. But well played by Chris R right there. Managed to completely demolish our whole team at once, including Phoenix. That's not a feat which many people can say that they've done. I think... No! Ooh, almost killed somebody. I looked at them pretty fierce, though. Don't you think so? Perhaps. How are we doing so far? Not looking great for the blue team right now. I don't want to say die, but apparently the red team do want to say die. They've got the numbers advantage. but where is all the scrapping going on? There is a lot of gunfire happening. Oh, here we are. Alpha falls. There we go. Ooh. I think that's a little audio bug that's playing up there. So, as you guys might be aware, the emulator's not always 100% foolproof. Let's try the old hide behind a door strategy. Okay, that's not going to work. I think I walked around in circles until I died. Yes, I did. Alright, so let's get ourselves some dog tags. So our best performer on the blue team was Alpha. But Chris R, also very impressive for the Reds. And I don't even know how to say the person's name, but they also did very well. That's going to be our final 3 codes for the evening. Thank you guys for sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I do apologise for the stream quality. I'm aware that it wasn't what it could have been. We'll do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen again in the future. And hopefully you'll be treated to some top quality streams to go along with these top quality games these guys have been showing us. Congratulations once more to Phoenix, who did Phoenix, who did really well on the Panic team, along with the rest of the team, for taking it quite conclusively. But that's going to be it for us this evening. Thank you for watching. We'll put up the Panic logo just to show them off that little bit more. And I'll leave you guys with a little bit of music to take you into the night, and hopefully many, many more games of Modern Combat.